So the goal of this rebuild is to go ahead and see if we can win a championship before LeBron retires. So we're going to go ahead and simulate the rest of this season. Here are your season awards. Jokic is your MVP. Cooper Flag is your Rookie of the Year. Nas Reed is your Sixth Man of the Year. Victor is your Depoy. Buzelis is your Most Improved. Clutch Player goes to Desmond Bain. The OKC Thunder coach gets Coach of the Year, as well as Exec of the Year goes to the Thunder. All right, looking at the first teams. And then simulate the play-in. We got Houston round one. We know what they look like. They've been without their point guard Fred VanVleet all season, so we should be able to get this win. Let's see. All right, Rockets get game one. We get game two. All right, let's see if we got any coaching advice. See if we need to shorten the lineup any. So we're good to go. Let's go ahead and simulate through here. And man, I feel like ever since that whole scandal with KD came out, or it wasn't even, maybe it was a phone scandal, we'll say that. But since that whole thing came out, I feel like it's been like just not the same chemistry they had since before that came out. So, small things like that can mess up a locker room, and we know what kind of leader KD has been throughout his career. I think he's even on record saying he's not a leader. So, we just hope they can figure it out. And, just being how talented they are on paper, you just hope they can be better on the court. So we got this last game. We're on the brink of elimination. We're going to go ahead and simulate it. We're not going to jump in. We're just going to make changes in the offseason if we get eliminated. So, yep, there you have it. We're eliminated. We're going to simulate the rest of the playoffs. Want to get rid of our draft pick and get two guys, or maybe another rotational guy who can, impact next year right away. So we're going to add Marcus Smart and Jared Vanderbilt's contract and see what options we have. So we're liking that Mavs trade. I feel like that gets us the best for what we're giving up. Get a rotational guy, lob threat, and Daniel Gafford, and then you get PJ Washington who can play on the wing, help this team become more athletic. And then we lose the draft pick, but we'll figure it out. So let's go ahead and accept this trade. We're going to simulate to the end of the draft. Right, we're going to decline that. I'm going to decline that. And this Lakers team will probably look a lot different this offseason. We know how they prioritize this offseason to go out and make moves. So we're going to offer LeBron just because, that's the goal of this rebuild, is to try to win with him while making moves around the rest of the team, Luka, and trying to retain Austin Reeves. So we're trying to see what's his. Okay, so Warriors offer him the most money right now. We're going to offer that, and that should get it done. And as you can see, it's tough to keep Austin Reeves on this team. So let's go ahead and keep looking. If we can't sign Austin Reeves, we definitely want to sign somebody else. Maybe a Jalen Duren. We could throw money at him, but we only got one more offer. And Peyton Watson doesn't really develop well in this game. So, yeah, I think Duren, try to throw him more money. And then we could rebuild the team around Duren, Luka, and LeBron if we can get them. Let's see what we got. All right, so yeah. We're leading the way, giving that player option. Although the Pistons and the Bulls both getting player options, I guess we have a higher yearly amount, so he's leaning towards signing with us. If we can get Duren and LeBron, that'll be a different rebuild. Starting with our defense, and that's what we're going to do. What else do we want to add to this team? Definitely want to add some youth on the wing, but I think it's going to be too pricey. But we can beef up our front court. We should be able to find some cheaper centers on the market. Someone like a Mitchell Robinson should be good for this team, and that would be a decent front court right there. We'll probably go like a 1-and-1 team option, and I don't think he have any offers, so we don't want to outbid ourselves. We want to try to save as much money as possible. So yeah, we're there. Let's see if we can find somebody else in free agency. Jay Williams from the Thunder. We can always bring Jackson Hayes back. He'll be there. All right. Let's look at our roster. And we got Luka, Laravia, we might have to see what we can get for him. Yeah, and I think we go ahead and move Dalton Connect now, just because he's probably not going to be a fit on this team long term. We can get some draft picks out of him or a rotational piece. Sam Hauser, we don't want to give that much money up for a shooter. Grant Williams, Malik Monk. Oh man, so maybe we go and get Malik Monk. No, we'll have to go Adutero, but we'll get a pick back. What did he average last season? I think we could work with that. Giving up 2 young guys for a veteran. Oh man, should we make that move? I don't know. What did Hauser average? He averaged 9, 38 from 3. All right, let's go here first. Let's get something for Adu. Wait, I'm all over the place. Let's see if we can get a rotational guy for Jake Laravia. He was cool for the Lakers, but I think we can find something a little better, maybe even at his position. I think we're gonna go here to get draft capital because we're not gonna use him anytime soon. So we're probably gonna go here with the Hornets. All right, so we're gonna find a trade for Dalton Connect. First team with 2 firsts, we're gonna take it. So we take this, and we're gonna try to pair Jake Laravia with either a first or maybe even 2 firsts to see if we can get another rotational piece. I think that's the goal of these rebuilds, to get as many rotational guys on longer contracts as possible, and then later flipping those guys for better players. We don't really see anything we're liking for Laravia. Okay, we see Isaiah Joe. Might take that 10, 2, an assist a game, 40 from 3 versus very similar output. But the Lakers could always use shooting. You know, you got another wing out there. You do give up a draft capital or draft pick, but I think you take this trade. So let's do it. Okay, we can't access that, but this is what we're looking like right now. Got Luka surrounded by the guys. All right, all 27 years of age. So yeah, let's hit free agency. See if we can make some moves. At worst, we got to start at each position except small forward. So I think only right. You know, obviously we're prioritizing LeBron, but we got Jalen Duren now. So let's see if we can. Yeah. So we have a solid. Okay, we get Mitch Robinson in, another center. So yeah, we're gonna be set in the front court, and we're gonna decline that for LeBron. We're just gonna keep going. Since Austin Reeves off the team, we're gonna do that. We're gonna renounce those. DA should be back. Jackson Hayes may be back, or that'll be 3 centers. Yeah, that'll be 3 centers. So Jackson Hayes probably won't be back. But these guys are out of here. All right, so. We're gonna do the same thing. We got Jalen Duren, got LeBron, because we got his bird right. So now we just got to figure out ways to improve on the wing. So we like Kevin Porter. Don't love him. He's solid, but I think we want to go in a different direction. All right. Tobias Harris is solid. We can add Lou Dort. Lou Dort would be solid for this team, adding more defense. Who's going to score the ball besides Luka, though? Okay, Isaiah Joe, about 10 points a game. Lob threat. PJ Washington, what is he averaging? Okay, about 13. Solid. Yeah, we definitely got to find a wing we really like. But I'm thinking it's probably got to be Lou Dort, and we'll go from there. Quentin Grimes gives us a different look. Yeah, maybe we can go for Quentin and Lou Dort, but I think we got to improve that defense right away. Keep adding to the youth, the 27-year-old. So let's give him a 1-and-1. Let's bring it down a little bit on the yearly, and let's offer that Lou Dort. All right, so let's bring in him. Got to bring Rui back, but we'll see. Let's bring him on a 2+1. Alright, so gonna accept Braun once we get into general free agency. So we got Jalen Duren, Mitchell Robinson, Lou Dort, and Rui. All right, so we got a really deep team, I feel, especially once we add LeBron. All right, he's still here. All right, and we'll probably move Rui to the 3. I'm gonna get Braun, and we're gonna see if we can get another wing defender and a backup point. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's try to get him on a 2-year deal. Give us a 2-year window to try to get another chip. So we'll go there, offer him that. Oh, Austin Reeves is back in free agency. We can't get him either. All right, so let's try to find that wing who has some defense. If not, we probably can go get Harrison Barnes. All right, Harrison Barnes should be good for us playing the 3. Let's find another point off the bench. Brandon Williams. I think he played for Dallas, right? Yes, saw this guy play. He's pretty good. Like a speedy guy. Backup point, man. We would love CJ McCollum at the backup point. We can't get him. All right. D Melt, he's a 2. Ivy. Man, we got to find a backup point. I think Chris Dunn can play some point. Came into this league as a point, but now he's played the 2. Yeah, I say we go after Dunn. All right, so we bring Dunn in. Come on, Brian, don't do that to me. Where you at, boy? I'm gonna offer Brian another 1-year deal because I don't know why he isn't accepting the 2-year deal, so maybe that's why. All right, so boom. All right, we signed Brian. Let's check our roster out. I'm gonna move Chris Dunn to the point, and he goes up. So yeah, that was a quality signing. Chris Dunn, Luka in the backcourt. Well, point guard Isaiah Joe, Lou Dort. We got the OKC 2 guards, Rui, Braun. Let's probably add Braun to the. Let's figure out how everybody overall shifts. Okay, so he goes up a point. We'll just leave it like that. PJ Washington and Harrison Barnes. And then we got 3 solid centers, so we could definitely get rid of one of these guys in a trade later on in the season. But let's probably add another shooting guard, point guard, and another wing who can play both positions. And then we'll be in the regular season. All right, so see you in a bit. Got Jalen Duren going up 1, Isaiah Joe going up 1, Chris Dunn going up 2. All right, age of 32, that's a good signing. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the regular season. And we got Kenny Hustle from the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we got 3 players, I'm thinking, from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe, and Kenny Hustle. So we're going to decline that on LeBron just in case we don't win this year's finals or playoff run. I think we got to give ourselves the best window because next year he's definitely going to retire. So we got a 90 overall Jalen Duren, 89 LeBron, and a 95 Luka, man. And we got Lou Dort and PJ Washington, who are solid guys to build around them. So we got Isaiah Joe, Mitchell Robinson, Rui, and Gafford off the bench. So yeah, I like what we built. Harrison Barnes, Malik Beasley, Keon Ellis, another point of attack defender. Kenny Hustle, solid big who can, or 4 who can play a little big for you. And you got Chris Dunn, man, so he can also play some minutes at point when Luka is getting suspended for all these techs he got. So, all right, let's go ahead and look at the system proficiency, and we want to run a perimeter-centric offense. I think we have the personnel for it, especially going out and getting PJ Washington, you know, somebody who played with Luka in Dallas, Daniel Gafford, who played with Luka in Dallas, and then, you know, Jalen Duren, who's coming into his own as a center in this league. And then you got LeBron, who's been there before. So let's go ahead and look at the power rankings. I'd like to see how 2K has us projected to play before the season starts. So we got 8th as the best team, ranked as the 8th best team by NBA.com, ranked as the 9th best team by him, and we're top 2 for 2K Sports. So let's go ahead and add or turn injuries off. just because we don't have too much of a runway with LeBron, and it's already hard enough as is to win with the Lakers. So we'll see you guys at the deadline. Centers in a rotation between Mitchell Robinson, Daniel Gafford, and Jalen Duren. We're going to add a pick and Rui to get Jalen Wells back, somebody who's a young wing and probably could develop a little bit for us. So let's go ahead and add him. And we get back Javon Small, somebody who can play point down the line for us. So Jalen Wells becomes our starter. And I think we have a better rotation off the bench now. Chris Dunn is getting some minutes. But I like what we did here. Probably gave up too much shooting with Rui. But Jalen Wells is also a 40% shooter. Probably doesn't shoot it nearly as much as Rui. We know as soon as Rui gets it, it's going up. But let's see how this looks, man. I'm going to change this to, okay, we're playing physical defense. I think we have the personnel for it. So keep adding defense around our high offensive team and Luka, LeBron, Duren, who can put up points. So let's go ahead and simulate to the end of the season. Here's your MVP. Derek Peterson's your Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to Jalen Green. Victor is also your DPOY. Most Improved goes to Richard Shea. LaMelo is your Clutch Player of the Year. Coach of the Year goes to Chris Finch, as well as the Zach of the Year to Minnesota. All right, let's look at these All-NBA teams. All right, Darren Peterson as a rookie, he makes All-NBA third team. We know how overpowered he is. Looking at the rest of the teams, Defensive Player of the Year, Asar Thompson. Shout out to him. He's usually only big man in the rebuilds or all defensive teams, as you can tell here. He made it as the only forward. You know, Mobley seen more as a big, as well as Giannis. But you know, shout out to him for being the only wing. All right, All Rookie first team and All Rookie second team. Oh, Braden Smith. Okay, shout out to him in the run they put on with Purdue. Thomas Sorber coming back from injury. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. So we got Dallas round 1. Luka versus old squad. Kyrie versus old teammate. Colin Sexton, Cooper Flag, Caleb Wilson. What did he average this year? 15, 10. Okay, pretty solid all-around stats. And I think we should be able to pull it off. I think we're running a 9-man rotation. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Send the play in. All right, let's see. Get round 1 or game 1. And they tied up 2 games apiece. We got to adjust these rotations. All right, there we go. We got Dort back in there starting. Playoff experience. And I like the rest of our rotation. I feel like somebody should be in who's not in the rotation right now. Maybe Ellis, but I think we're solid. So what does he average this year for us? 20 and 12, solid. Brian, 25 and 7. All right. There we go. We got one more game. All right, so we're on to round 2. And we can get this done in round 1, man. That'd be pretty, or the first year, that'd be pretty impressive. We got the 7th round, especially with Houston beating San Antonio. Shout out to Houston, man. Did y'all make any changes? So Reed Shepard is now starting. Tari Eason, added Precious. So pretty much the same team. Over here, New Orleans making some noise. DeJounte came back and turned his team around. All right, let's go. They tie game. 2 games apiece. Let's pull it out. And they're winning by a lot. We got to make some adjustments. We come back and we lose by 5. All right, man. We're back against the ropes. Let's make an adjustment. Who's our 9th guy? Is it PJ Washington? I think we go 8. PJ Washington's not there. We got a center, 2 and a 1, and a wing. All right, let's try it. And we got Minnesota waiting for the winner of this round. Can we win the next 2 games? Let's see. This one's looking good. Okay, we win by 2 points. It's close. And who put up numbers for us? Sengun, 31. Okay, shout out to Duren, almost 25 and 20. LeBron, 24 and 10. All right, we got to get this for old man Bron. Come on. All right, high scoring first quarter. All right, let's close them out. All right, cool. On to the conference finals. Pretty much the same starting lineup. Rudy's coming off the bench as a six-man. Sam Merrill. Okay. Cam Thomas. So they got more scoring on this team. I like what we got, man. I feel like we're pretty balanced. Isaiah Joe in for scoring. Jay Wells in for defense. You know, 3-and-D type guy. Bron is there. Enough said. All right. Let's see if we want to make any changes. Let's go with it. All right. Game 1. They win it. How much they win by? 15. Let's go ahead and simulate. All right. Come on, LA. Got to pull this through. Come on. All right. We're up a little bit. Like we're going to tie it. All right. We're tied at 1 game apiece. Let's get back on it. All right. And we are looking good. Winning after 1 quarter. Game is pretty close though, man. And look, they're probably going to win game 3. Oh, we lose by 2. Man, that's tough. All right, give less minutes to Gafford, more minutes to Dort. Yeah, we need some defense, man. So Dort's back, starting. Joe off the bench. Gafford, get ready to catch some lobs, my guy. All right. And sometimes I got the feeling I probably should have just simulated that. Without the simcast, and I think we would have won that game. Sometimes you just have that feeling. And yeah, man, you got to go with your first mind and do it now. We're definitely going to lose. And the Pistons still make the finals. And we get eliminated. And the Pistons still makes the finals without Duren. So they got Stewart. Very mid team. A very mid team. All right. And I got the T-Wolves winning because there's no way. And the Pistons win it without Duren. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the offseason. Take this trade and we're going to add a draft pick to it. But we should be able to get Peyton Watson. All right, we don't want to give up too much. We'll throw in Keon Ellis. That should, oh my goodness. Okay, this should do it for sure. All right, so we get Peyton Watson, and I feel like we become a better defensive team, a better defensive unit. We can run these 2 guys at the small forward and power forward position. Probably do Peyton Watson as our 4. Put him next to Duren. And I think we become a better starting 5, especially with LeBron leaving. And we'll fill out the rest of this roster in free agency. Heading into our 2nd season, Jalen Duren goes up 1, Peyton Watson goes up 1. All right, so here are the rest of the guys. Got quite a few guys going down overall, but here we are heading into the 2nd season. And I don't know a thing about the 28 draft, so we just want to take whatever draft class is there. We're gonna let this thing load. We'll let him retire. And we jump into our game plan. So we got Grimes, Porter, Peyton Watson. Probably gonna mess with the lineups a little bit. All right. Jay Wells, Isaiah Joe, Gafford, Lou Dort. Now I think we have enough scoring between Grimes and Porter in the first unit, and still enough defense between Grimes and Peyton Watson to make some noise. So we'll be back and we'll make a trade before the deadline or at the deadline. The 2nd best offense, the league's 3rd best defense, the league's best point differential between games. We make the most 3-pointers. We attempt the most 3-pointers. We have the league's best 3-point percentage at 43%. Yeah, if we don't win this season, I don't know what's up, man. This is what we're running with. Still have the same lineup: Jalen Wells, Isaiah Joe, Dan Gafford, Lou Dort off the bench. So Luka's leading the way. Duren is averaging about 20 and 12. All right, and then there's the rest of the stats for you. So pretty balanced scoring team. Grimes was a steal, 8 points for 5 mil a season. still getting some production from Lou Dort, who's went down in minutes per game, but he still give you quality minutes. Everybody's pitching in on the rebounding department, so yeah, we should have enough. Let's go out and sign any contracts that help boost that morale, to help the play on the court. And if not, we'll see you guys at the playoffs. All right, so that's a lot. There we go. All right, so Luka wins MVP. Cameron Williams is your Rookie of the Year, as well as your Sixth Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama is your Defensive Player of the Year. Rob Williams gets Most Improved. Jokic is a clutch player. Jason Kidd, Coach of the Year, and then we get Exec of the Year. So we got to check out this Cameron Williams kid. I think he was in the McDonald's All-American game a few days ago, but he's coming off the bench, and he got Rookie of the Year in Utah. So we're gonna check Utah out, see if they're in the playoffs, and figure out who he's coming behind. Wrong side of the bracket. They at least made the play in. No. All right, so let's go check out Utah, and then we'll get into the playoffs. All right, so we got Cody Williams, and you got Cameron Williams. So he's playing backup big. Okay. All right, so simulate playing, and we got OKC round one. Why do they have such a bad season if injuries are turned off? Casey Wallace, J-Dub, Chet Williams, Thomas Sorber. All right, and Jared McCain off the bench. We get game one. They still game two. Give more minutes to Luka. Say less. 40 minutes to the Don. Let's get back on it. And I really wonder why the OKC Thunder was in the play-in game, considering what kind of team they have. We might have to go get one of their stars this offseason and poach them away. But if we win this offseason or this season, that's it. And we're up 3-1. Let's see. Gentlemen sweep. Moving on to round two. And we got a rematch with the Timberwolves. And we got to get them this time, man. Cole Anthony's not their starting point guard. Nas Reed is still their starting center. Rudy Gobert look like he's getting less minutes. So let's go ahead and simulate through game. Let's go. Can we sweep? Let's go. All right. So looks like this may be the season. But we don't want to speak too soon. All right, so we got Dallas in the finals or conference finals. Kyrie, Colin Sexton, super small backcourt. Cooper Flag is up to a 93. Is this year 3 for him? Year 3 for Cooper. Caleb Wilson, year 2. Oh, I think we played them last year in the playoffs. Was it round 2 or was it the first round? Because I think we lost to the T-Wolves in the conference finals, and we might have lost to Dallas the round. We might have beat Dallas the round before. Anyway, we're rematching these guys. They got Caden off the bench, Marshall off the bench. LeBaron Fallon, I like this guy to Alabama. I think he's going to be one of the best guards in the draft. I think he went to Duke. Yeah, another center. So, yeah, they have a young team. So, I think it should be interesting, but I think we could get them. And they get game one by only 5 points. Let's see if we got any coaching advice. All right, no coaching advice. Should we shorten the rotation? Lou Dort. Let's keep rocking with it. All right. We get game 2. All right. And it's so tough doing a rebuild with these Lakers and winning just because they don't have a lot of young guys. They don't have a lot of picks. LeBron is on his way out, but he's taking up so much of their financial, flexibility. And we're tied at 2 games apiece. So, yeah, man, we got to beat this Dallas Mavs team. But yeah, this would be a peak rebuild, top tier rebuild if we can win. And we're getting blown out. Game 5, man. Sheesh. Flag dropped 55. Was that a double nickel? Oh, 25. Okay. Man, come on. Game 7. Come on, Luka. We need a big game from you, man. Let's get it. And we're up. And they're up. We went to an OT. And we're going to a game 7. Oh, man. No advice from the coaching staff. And we got the Hawks waiting for us in the finals. Man, we don't want to jump in, but they get out to a big lead on us. There we go. Come on, LA. There we go. We win by 2 in game 7. So we got The Lakers versus the Hawks. Darius Acuff leading the way with Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Young Zachary, and you got Kyle. All right, you got Dyson Daniels off the bench. Onyeka Okongwu, still got JK there. Asa Newell, what's college? Georgia, yeah. So he's in his 4th year. Corey Kispert, shooter from Washington. Blake Henson, forget about this guy. I think he was like a G League guy. Still got CJ McCollum. Jason Crow, California leading high school point scorer this past season. McDonald's All-American. So, yeah, man, they got a lot of young talent there. Let's see if we can get a game. We put up 42 points in the first quarter, man. That offense is rolling, all right? We might have too much experience for these young Hawks. I'm going to simulate the second game. And with 2K, as soon as you press that simulate through game, you might just lose a game. So you got to watch it sometimes with the Simcast, and we get blown out. So definitely got to make some adjustments. Who gave us a big game from them? JK puts up 35 off the bench. So their 2 wings did their thing. I guess 3 of their wings. So we got to find a way to slow that down. All right, come on, LA. Not far away from a chip. 2-season rebuild is the goal. You know, we're giving ourselves 3 seasons. So this could be it. And we win by 2 games. So we're 2 games away from a chip. All right, should we do it? Let's go. All right, we got one more, y'all. One more. We should have made those coaching changes. But we're still up 42 points in the first half. And we're up. We're down. Come on. Slow it down. Okay, we're up. This is it. Let's go. So we win a rebuild in 2 seasons. This is by far the best we've done in the rebuild, you know, with the Lakers, because they have, again, money tied up with LeBron, a lot of old guys. So it's very hard to win a championship. So Jalen Duren probably really accelerated this rebuild when you look at the roster. Michael Porter was a decent signing for us. Jalen Wells, Lou Dort got the defense. Peyton Watson has the defense. And we traded. Who did we trade for Peyton Watson? Who did we trade? PJ Washington. So yeah, going out and getting that trade early in the video and then flipping him for Peyton Watson. This was minimal trades. Like the first trade we made was Daniel Gafford. He's still on this team. Isaiah Joe, we signed him in free agency. Quentin Grimes. So yeah, man, shout out to this team. We're going to be doing these rebuilds more often. If you made it this far, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.